What's up, Burn Nation? Welcome back to Motivational Mondays with Morgan. Today, I'm going to talk to you about failure. Okay, something a lot of people don't like to talk about, but I love talking about failure because I've done it so many times. So I'm going to give you 3 things that you should do after you failed. And let's be honest, everybody has failed in life, whether that's a really small failure or a really big failure. And what failure means to me is that you have stepped out and you have tried something new, you want to reach your absolute full potential, and you've done something risky and scary, okay? So if that's you, this message is for you today because you will not stop failing in life if you keep pushing yourself to do more and more and more and take more risks and more opportunities. So what is the first thing I think you should do after you've failed? Number 1 is celebrate, okay? Celebrate. You didn't quit. I would rather fail at something than be a quitter at something, okay? So let's just celebrate that right now, that you did not quit, okay? You put yourself out there, you went and did something that you didn't think you were gonna do, and you may have failed, okay? But that is better than quitting. So I want you to celebrate that right now. Whatever that failure is that first popped into your mind when you think of the word failure, I want you to celebrate. You got through it, you did it, and there's not a lot of people that take these scary risks and go push themselves. So you are of the minority, in my opinion. So you stepped out of your comfort zone. Let's celebrate that you failed, okay? Reframing how failure should be. It should be a celebration, and it should not be seen as something that you are, okay? If you fail, you are not a failure, okay? You just failed at something. So number 1, celebrate. Number 2 is reflect, okay? You will not continue to grow in your life if you just pass through failures without, number 1, admitting it or being proud of it or just being realistic of what happened. So if you don't learn from the failures, that's where all the beauty is. It's in the growth, it's in the lessons. But you actually have to take time to reflect on that failure. So reflect. What did you learn? What did you learn about the process? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about your strengths, your weaknesses, where opportunities are? What did you learn about your habits? Do you have the right habits to make yourself successful in whatever realm you're thinking of right now? So really take a minute, not to just reflect on the failure, but what led you to that failure, right? What are the things that you know are in your control that you need to do better next time, okay? It's not just about trying a business and failing at it, right? You can say, oh, I just failed because the economy was bad. Okay, that's external first and foremost. And secondly, let's reflect even more. Go a couple layers deeper there and say, what were those habits? What were the processes that I didn't implement that I should have? What are the things that I was really good at? And what are the things that I wasn't so good at? And where can I get help, right? Or where should I have gotten more help? And grown your skills and grown where your opportunities and weaknesses are and capitalizing on your strengths, right? Really assess what you learned about yourself, what you learned about the process, and just, did it fulfill you? Is it the right risk to take? Is it the right, opportunity for you? Are you going to go try it again and try to do it differently? So number 2 is to reflect. Once you've failed, take time to reflect, okay? And really dig deep. Ask yourself those types of questions. And then number 3 is make a plan, okay? Do not let fear of failing again paralyze you from trying new things, okay? You are going to continue to fail over and over and over again, okay? I have a successful business, but that came through many, many, many failures along the way, and I anticipate things that I'm going to go try to do that are also going to fail. Okay, it's not going to take my business down, but it's going to teach me how to get better and better and better and better each time. Okay, so if I were to stop every time I failed, Burn Bootcamp wouldn't even be here today. Devin and I we failed so many times in that first year of trying to build a business. If we let that stop us, if we let that fear paralyze us and say, oh, that was scary, that was uncomfortable, I look like a loser, I don't want to do that again, I don't want to put myself in that vulnerable position to fail. If we did that, okay, we wouldn't have what we have now, okay? So I just want you to remember that, and I want you to think about where in your life have you failed, but you kept going, okay? You said, no, this will not stop me. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to keep going. I want you to remind yourself of that, because sometimes I need that reminder too. When I want to just I'm so, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to build a new app, I don't want to do something that's freaking scary, right? But if I reframe myself and oh my God, what if I gave up 10 years ago, right? What if I gave up 10 years ago and I didn't reflect, I didn't make a plan, okay? I'm gonna get back to that, making a plan and not letting something stop me that was a significant part of my life, of failure. So make a plan, okay? And put yourself back out there. This is really where the lessons are learned, guys. It's where you can tell yourself and you can prove to yourself that you can do hard things. You can fail and wake up the next day and still have a positive attitude. You can still, have optimism that you're going to be able to accomplish something great in your life. Okay, you can still have the determination and the habits to be successful, okay? But it takes you making an actual plan. So I'm going to encourage you right now, if you're feeling like a failure, you feel like you've failed at something, I want you to think about those 3 things. First, go back and celebrate yourself for just putting yourself out there. Okay, then number 2, reflect. Why did I fail? Why did I fail, or why did this fail? And remind yourself, you are not a failure just because you failed. Okay, you are actually, once again, in the minority of people that continue every single day to go do scary things and go make their life bigger and better and grander, right? And get their full potential. If they've given another life to live, it's a full potential that they're going to make it, right? So you've reflected and you're making a plan now, okay? What is my next thing that I'm going to go lean into? What is that next, move that you're going to make? And how are you going to make it better and better each time? So 3 things, guys. Once you've failed, I hope you know that there's so many failures in life, whether you see them or not. The people around you that you maybe admire and look up to, they've all failed, and they've all leaned into that failure, and they've not let that define who they are. It's just part of their journey. So make failure a part of your journey, guys, and thank you so much for listening. Make sure you subscribe. You will never miss an episode on Mondays with me. 2 claps on 2, 1, 2.